Hi, Thrifty Tim here. Yes, I know I haven't made a video for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. That's because my migraine started up early, a lot last week, and so what I decided to do, I'm not going to be doing the daily spins anymore. I'm switching to or I'm not going to do the daily spin of the day. I'm just going to show you my weekly spins. I'll have get this video up, or try to, every Friday morning. Hopefully, I'll put it that way. But one thing that this will be more like what you used to see me do every week on my live stream, where I show out all the albums I had spun between or each week and stuff, and this way you could see a lot more records in the video and stuff. And so today is my the first episode of it. Of course, I use it for my episode, so I use the Julian date for the episode number, so because it helps me keeping track too when I get them. And so to start off with, yes, as you remember, when I was doing my spin of the days, I was showing black artists, albums by black artists. Well, I had some yet that I hadn't done yet for it, so, but now I have them done, and so I'll start with them, and I think I have like 20 or a little less this week albums. Okay, the first one up is the Fifth Dimension. It's their greatest hits, and of course here's the back of this hat. The cover has some damage to it, but I don't buy them for the cover. And you notice it had some water damage before I even got it, but it still plays good. And see, the songs on here, it has a medley of Let the Sunshine In, and Let the Sunshine In, The Girl Song, and Stone Cold, or Stone Soul Picnic. A medley of The Worst That Could Happen, and or start that again. The Worst That Could Happen, and Wedding Bell Blues. Yeah, it's just those two. And then California Soul, Up, Up and Away, and Blowing Away. Carpet Man, Working on a Groovy Thing, Paper Cup, and Sweet Blindness. Of course, a lot of these were hits for them. And that's, of course, you can tell by the album title. Okay, next up is Vicki Sue Robinson, and this I'm Never Gonna Let You Go on it. Of course, well, I should say this one's from, if I can see the date, 76, and it's on the Sunbar. Wait, no, it's on the RCA label. Let me check this real fast with the Fifth Dimension. Okay, I'll show you this one. It's on the Soul City label. That's a Fifth Dimension one, and it was part of Liberty Records at the time. Okay, well, this back to the Dickie C. Robinson. It's on RCA, and of course, the first song on there is "Turn the Beat Around." Everybody's heard that song, and then like in the late '80s or early '90s, Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine had hit with the cover of it. Okay, the second song on here is "Common Thief," and "Never Gonna Let You Go" for Remember It. That was a hit for her also. Side B is "Wonderland of Love." "We Can Do Almost Anything," and "The Lack of Respect." Of course, if you can't tell, this is a disco record. So it's this next one, which is Amy Stewart, "Knock on Wood." Who doesn't like that? Her version of that song with the drums and everything in there, and of course it has this "Knock on Wood." "You Really Touch My Heart," and "Light My Fire." Yes, she does a disco version of "Light My Fire" around here. And side 2 has "Bring It On Back to Me," "Closest Thing to Heaven," Am I Losing You?" "Get Your Love Back," and "Only a Child in Your Eyes." And this one's on the Areola label. It's from 1979. I'll show you the label on it. Okay, so there's that Areola label. Okay, next up is a band that, of course, everybody's heard stuff of theirs, and a lot of people like them. This is Earth, Wind, and Fire, and this is, I can't remember which. The album title is, I'm not seeing the title. Okay, just a minute, I'll be just checking this fast. Okay, this is All in All. It's on the Columbia label. I don't need to show you that. But you see I have the record here. I'll show you a good picture of the cover because it's a gatefold. And also in there is a poster. Good size poster here too. So I'll get this poster folded back up, and then I'll go over the track listings for you. Well, that's what I was going to show you, the full gatefold cover. So you notice how it just wraps around its And I just saw this thing's from front too. And then here's the inside of it. And tracks on here are wait, no, that's not a track listing. I thought it was. But you know, it doesn't have a track listing on the cover, so I have to do it this way. Okay. Okay, the signs are on it are Jupiter, Magic Mind, Be Ever Wonderful, Serpentine Fire, of course that's, if I remember right, that was a hit for them. Running, I'll Write This Song For You, Love's Holiday, and Fantasy, which was a big hit for them. So, and then I have another one of their albums to show you. The next one, it's and this one is Spirit. Oh, I should say add that. Well, I'm not going to look for the year date on that or the year on the last one because this is going to be long anyway the way it is. So this is Spirit, and of course you see their symbol there. So and the songs on here are Get Away, On Your Face, Imagination, and Spirit are all side one. Side two are Saturday Night, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Departure, BIYO, and Burning Bush. See the BIYO or BIO or whatever, I'm not sure. And this one's from 76. Okay, next up, Gladys Knight and the Pips, Imagination. This is on, this is from, okay, this one's on the Buddha label from, what year is it? 1973. Yeah, the cover isn't in the greatest shape. But the songs there are Midnight Train to Georgia, which was a tip for them. I Got to Use My Imagination, Storms of Troubled Times, Best Thing That Ever Happened to Me, and Once in a Lifetime Thing. That's side one. Side two is For Peaceful Water Slow. I Can See Clearly Now. Yeah, that's they do a pretty good cover of that song. Perfect Love, and Window Raising Granny. Then I have another Gladys Knight and the Pips album. This is Neither One of Us, and this one's from sometimes have to use this to read stuff like the dates on them. 1973, and it's on the Soul City label, if I remember right. I'll show you that. Or Soul label. So that's and then the track listing on this one, the side one has Neither One of Us, Wants to Be the Last to Say Goodbye, which was a hit for them. It's Gotta Be That Way, For once in my life, the child needs its father. Who is she, and what does she have to you? That's all side one. Side two is, and this is love. Daddy quits, or I declare. Can't give it up no more. And the last song on it is, don't it make you feel guilty? Now, moving over to a country artist for this one. This is Charlie Pride, From Me to You. It's on RCA from 1971. And the track listing is That's the Only Way My Life's Good to Me. I can't believe that you've stopped loving me. There's still someone I can't forget. Sweet Promises. Was that all worth losing you? That finishes off side one. Side two is 15 years ago. Wonder could I live there anymore? Pearl Cut Joe, or that might be wrong with the pronunciation there. Time, you're not a friend of mine, and today is tomorrow. Okay, next one. Okay, this one is one thing that any collector kicks himself for doing this. It's pretty much a newbie type one, but sometimes it's older ones have come across that. Okay, this is the Commodores, right? And this says Natural High. I was wanting that one because that's the one with 3 times a lady on it, but I get it at home, put it on the turntable, well, 3 times a lady on it. Yeah, I had checked it quick before at the store, and but instead of being Natural High, it's Hot on the Tracks is the album. So, but the tracks on this one, on side one, is Let's Get Started. Girl, I Think the World About You. High on Sunshine. And Just to Be Close to You, that's side one. Side two is Fancy Dancer. Come Inside It. Thumping Music. Quick Draw. And Can't Let You Tease Me. And now that's last of the blackguards I have for this time around anyway. And also I forgot to say that, okay, the period that starts on Friday through the Thursday, the day before I make my videos, or that's how I know can't keep it out of the week. Okay, we're going to use country records now. This is Anne Marie, and this is New Kind of Feeling. This is from 1979 on Capitol Records. And you'll don't recognize a lot of these tracks. Okay, on side one, it's Shadows in the Moonlight, which was a hit for her. You've Got What It Takes. I Just Fall in Love Again, which was another hit for her. Take This Heart. Yucatan Cafe. Side two is For No Reason at All. Rain in My Heart. That's Why I Love You. He Can't Help It. He can't help it if he's not you. And last on it is having this here. Okay, next one is some more Anne Murray. This is something to talk about, and it's, oh, this is so light I can't even see the date, but it's from the 80s, I know. And the tracks on here are side one is Now and Forever, You and Me, Who's Leaving Who, My Life's a Dance, Call Us Fools, on and on. Inside two, it's Heartaches, Reach for Me, When You're Gone, You Never Know, and Gotcha. And I must have liked it good enough back at the time. I have 2 copies of it. Actually, I forget whether I had it already or not that time. So it might have come in some of those boxes from half-price books that I showed you, where I get over 100 records per box, and the most I paid for any of them was like $10. There's another Anne Murray. This is a country collection, and this is pretty much a compilation. It's Walk Right Back. On side one, yeah, when's this one from? I can see it better on here. Oh, okay, it's 78, 79, and 80 it shows on here for the years yet. So it's a compilation. So like I said, the tracks are Walk Right Back, For No Reason at All, You Can't Help It, He's Not You, We Don't Make Love Anymore, and Tennessee Waltz. That was side one. Side two is Let's Keep It That Way, When Are You Feeling, Do You Think of Me, Just to Feel This Love From You, and Heaven Is Here. Okay, next up is this is Emmylou Harris, Quarter Moon and a 10-Cent Town, and this is that one where I have 2 copies. This is my favorite album by Emmylou Harris, and this is from like from 78. Okay, the songs on here on side one is Easy From Now On, 2 More Bottles of Wine. That's one of the songs that had me hooked right away. To Daddy, My Someone, and Leaving Louisiana in the Daylight Sun. That's the other one that's, she does an excellent job on. On side 2, it's Defying Gravity, Ain't Living Long Like This, One Paper Kid, Green Rolling Hills, and Burn That Candle. And this is on Warner Brothers. I forgot to say that earlier. Okay, and okay, Rodney Crowell plays acoustic guitar on here, and but so here was the shows on the backside. Okay, next up is Donna Fargo, the happiest girl in the whole USA, and I happen to have 2 of those, but this one I knew, when I got this one I knew I already had a copy of it, just that you see how this one is with the tape on it, the black tape and stuff, and it's all scratched. You have But the tracks on here are The Happiest Girl in the Whole USA, Manhattan, Kansas, The Awareness of Nothing, Funny Face, and The Low Something to Hang On to. That's from side one, and The Happiest Girl in the Whole USA and Funny Face are both hits off here. Side two is Daddy Dumpling, How Close You Came to Being Gone, Society's Got Us, It Would Have Been Just Perfect, and Johnny Be Good. And this is on Dot Records. It's from like, I think it's from like 71 or 70 or 71. I think it's 71. It doesn't show on the cover, so. Next one, this is Barbara Mandrell, The Best of Barbara Mandrell. This one's from 1979 on ABC Records. And the songs on here are on side one, Woman to Woman, Love Is So Nice, Hold Me, After the Lovin', and Married But Not to Each Other. Side two has Sleeping Single in a Double Bed, which was a big hit for her. That's what Friends Are For. Midnight Angel, Standing Room Only, and Tonight. Okay, Lynn Anderson's Greatest Hits. This is from like 70 years, or this is from 72. It's on Columbia Records. There's a picture on the back. And the songs, tracks on here on side one is Rose Garden, Cry, How Can I Unlove You, Stay There Till I Get There. That's what loving you has meant to me. Listen to a country song, of course. You've most likely heard Rose Garden, and Stay There Till I Get There is a good song too on here. Side two, it has You're My Man, No Love at All, which is real good. Don't Say Things You Don't Mean, I'm Going to Write a Song, and Nothing Between Us. Okay, and another female country artist here. This is Crystal Gale. This album is Classic Crystal. It's on the United Artists from 79. The tracks are on side one, Somebody Loves You, Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue, Ready for the Times to Get Better, You Never Miss a Real Good Thing until he says goodbye, and When I Dream on side one, I'll Do It All Over Again, I'll Get Over You, Wrong Road Again, Talking in Your Sleeping, Why Have You Left the One You Left Me For. That's on side two. So probably recognize a lot of songs, and they're all good. Just that this is Crystal Gale, about this Classic Crystal. Okay, next is more Crystal Gale. Crystal Gale's Greatest Hits. This is Columbia Records now. From let me find the year. Looks like from 1983. And the songs on here are Half the Way, If You Ever Change Your Mind, It's Like We Never Said Goodbye, You Never Give Up on Me, which is a good song, Loving in These Troubled Times. Side two has Keeping Power, The Woman in Me, Too Many Lovers, Take It Easy, and no, it's not the Eagles song, Take It Easy. This is a different one. And the Blue Side. Okay, one more Crystal Gale. This one is When I Dream. And it's a United Artists. It's a gatefold. And it's from trying to see if it shows on here. I might have to pull it out just to see that. It's from okay, not really. 76 or 78. So, and the songs on here are Why Have You Left the One You Left Me For? This is on side one. Heartmender, Hello I Love You, Talking in Your Sleep. Of course, you probably heard that one, and also Why Have You Left the One You Left Me For? Paint This Old Town Blue, and When I Dream, which, if I remember right, was it for, and it's really good. On side two is Don't Treat Me Like a Stranger, Too Good to Throw Away, Cry Me a River, Wayward Wind, Someday Soon, and I Still Miss Someone. Okay, now for the final record for this week is Dolly Parton, New Heart is the First Gathering. It's on RCA from 1977. It's a gatefold. Show you the back. And the songs are on side one are Light of a Clear Blue Morning, Applejack, which I like, My Girl, My Love. This is her version of My Girl, and she does pretty good on it. Holding On to You, and You Are. Side two is How Does It Feel? Where Beauty Lives in Memory. Love Has Lifted Me Higher and Higher. Getting in My Way, and There. So that's all I have for you for this ago. I've already gone a little over a half hour, so but I can't go on much more than this because I can feel it already with my migraine. So that's why I'm doing it this way. So I'll be back next Friday with another episode. So until then, take it easy and keep on rocking.